Broadcasters have put forward new proposals for the TV election debates which would include the SNP, Plaid Cymru, and the Greens. It comes after David Cameron refused to take part unless the Green Party was included. The BBC and ITV would stage debates involving the Conservatives, Labour, Lib Dems, Greens, UKIP, SNP and Plaid. Sky and Channel 4's plans to host a head-to-head between Mr. Cameron and Ed Miliband remains unchanged. The move comes after discussions between the broadcasters following a political row over the proposed format for the debates to be held during the election campaign. The initial proposals only included the Conservatives, Labour, the Liberal Democrats and UKIP. Good for democracy. Reacting to the news, Green Party in England and Wales leader Natalie Bennett told the BBC she had not received official confirmation of the revised proposals, but if it's correct, we are obviously absolutely delighted. We have really seen the acknowledgement that we are in multi-party politics in Britain, the politics of 2015. This is good for British democracy as well as good for the Green Party. Plaid Cymru leader Leanne Wood also welcomed the news, saying it was important for democracy for voters to be presented with a clear picture of the choice that they face on polling day. The SNP's Westminster leader, Angus Robertson, said the revised formats being reported was very welcome progress, saying the case for the SNP's inclusion was unanswerable. We want these debates to happen, and they need to include the SNP so that the diversity of politics and our democracy across the UK is reflected, he said. The Democrat Unionist Party has indicated it will be writing to the BBC and other broadcasters to ask why it is not being included when it has more seats than the SNP, Plaid Cymru, and the Greens. BBC political editor Nick Robinson said the broadcasters' new proposals seemed designed to call Mr. Cameron's bluff. He said Mr. Cameron faced a choice to either accept seven-way debates which could split the left or continue to resist them on the grounds they could dominate the campaign. Unacceptable. The Live Prime ministerial debates featured for the first time in the UK at the 2010 election. They proved popular with the British public, being watched by 22 million people. The initial proposals for the 2015 general election campaign included a head-to-head between Mr. Cameron and Labour leader Ed Miliband. A three-way debate feature Mr. Cameron, Mr. Miliband, and Lib Dem leader Nick Clegg. A debate between the leaders of the Conservative Party, Labour, Lib Dems, and UKIP. But Mr. Cameron raised a number of objections to the proposals, principally that Green Party leader Natalie Bennett should feature. He said it was wrong to include UKIP leader Nigel Farage in one of the debates but not other national parties. This prompted Mr. Clegg, Mr. Miliband, and UKIP leader Nigel Farage to write to the Prime Minister saying it would be unacceptable for him not to appear, and urging the broadcasters to press ahead without him. UKIP leader Nigel Farage accused the PM of being chicken, and Mr. Miliband claimed that Mr. Cameron was using the Greens as a pathetic excuse to avoid the debates. But Mr. Cameron said the Labour leader was scared of debating Ms. Bennett for fear he would lose votes to the Green Party. Ms. Bennett has argued that the polls and public opinion support the case for the Greens to be included. Last week Mr. Clegg suggested the broadcasters should come up with new proposals for the debates, saying he was not wildly happy about the offer on the table because it excludes me as a leader of a governing party. The suggested schedule is for debates to be held on April 2, April 16 and April 30, ahead of the UK-wide poll on May 7. Mr. Cameron has previously suggested that if the debates do take place they should be held before the official general election campaign begins.